How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another FPL Articles video. Today we'll be looking at the best free hit team and my team selection ahead of Gameweek 36. And speaking of free hit slash team selection, I say slash because that could very well be linked this game week, but we'll get into that when we look at the team selection and free hit team. So before actually talking about that, we have to look at the fixtures and come up with what we think is very likely to happen, which teams will likely be rotated. It is the biggest double game week of the season, with 12 teams doubling in Gameweek 36. And I'd say the teams with the best fixtures are Leicester, Everton, Chelsea, and Manchester City. But the issue comes in with Leicester. They still have a fixture in the Conference League, which is yet to be played. At the time of recording this video, only Liverpool has played their midweek fixture and are going through to the UCL final. Manchester City are still left to play, and I wish I could have recorded this video at a later stage, shortly before the deadline, but I have to watch Doctor Strange, right? Surely you're watching it as well. But yeah, I'm a bit worried with Leicester's fixtures. Everton and Norwich at home are two amazing fixtures, and if Leicester are to go through in the Conference League, I am quite tempted to sell Harvey Barnes from my team for someone who is a very punty decision by me. Someone like Luis Diaz. I think he may play both fixtures for Liverpool this game week, but we'll get into that. Everton, if you can get in Richarlison into your team, I would bring him in. I did read reports that he will very likely not be banned for throwing a flare into the crowd, and he is back from injury as well. So he's expected to start for Everton's double-double in 36 and 37. Chelsea, on the other hand, I do expect them to go full strength against Wolves in the first fixture, but it's that fixture against Leeds that worry me a bit. Just 2 days before the FA Cup fixture, and that is where the worry comes in. If you own Mason Mount or Kai Havertz or Marcus Alonso or Reece James, we have a bit of an issue here. The good thing about Everton beating Chelsea in Gameweek 35 is that Chelsea isn't secured top 4 yet. I think they need 2 wins to secure the top 4 spot, and with Arsenal and Spurs playing well and likely to win future games, maybe Spurs not too much this game week as they play Liverpool in their first fixture, and that second fixture between Arsenal and Spurs is quite a big one. So if Chelsea wins against Wolves in the first fixture, let's say Spurs lose against Liverpool, and then it's between Arsenal and Spurs, I think Chelsea could very well rotate in that second fixture regardless. I think they will secure top 4. It seems very unlikely that they wouldn't. So yeah, that is the concern. The other fixtures, we'll get into that when we're looking at the best free hit team now. And it's very likely that you should be going for a triple up from Man City. If we can predict that City lineup, it would be tempting to go for double attack, but the safe options as usual: Edison, Cancelo, Laporte, Diaz, De Bruyne, and then I'd say Foden. I read a stat that Foden has started in 12 of Man City's last 13 fixtures, which shows his importance in attack. So yeah, with all that said, after looking at this fixture schedule, I hope you've taken it all in. Now let's have a look at the team selection slash best free hit team for Gameweek 36. So this is my bust team heading into double Gameweek 36. I'm not going to do a review on Gameweek 35. To put it to you bluntly, it was my worst game week in my entire FPL history. I've been playing this game now for 6 seasons. I've had my bad game weeks, but last game week I finished on 25 points, which took me from 4.7k to 9.7k. And yeah, I'm just trying to recover from that. Everything just went downhill, and the highest scoring player in my team was the player that I captained, and still nothing. So yeah, that's why I am very, very tempted to play the free hit this game week, despite having 11 players that are doubling this game week. I say 11 because, as you know, Kucho and Doherty are out for the season. Let me just bring in Trent here. So you see the correct bus team. I would be captaining Mo, especially after his comments last night after the Champions League game, where he did say that his target is 40 goals for the season and 15 assists. He has 30 goals and 15 assists, and now his focus is to score more goals. So yeah, Mo Salah is probably perma-captain from now until the end of the season. It makes captaincy less tricky. Why not? Okay, so the concerns, like I said, I love Leicester's fixtures against Everton and Norwich. Two amazing fixtures. I can see a ton of goals in these fixtures. But I cannot predict who will play. Whether Leicester go through or not, there are just 72 hours between their first fixture against Everton, and their Conference League fixture in the midweek, which is yet to be played, as I record this video. Mason Mount, his second fixture against Leeds is the worry, with the FA Cup shortly after. You've got Coutinho, who hasn't looked good in the last game week. I regret actually bringing him into my team. But the thought process behind that was to bring him into the team to, remain flexible and possibly play the free hit in Gameweek 38, which I may still do. We're just looking. We're having a look now. Nothing is confirmed yet. Alonso, slight rotation risk, the same as Mason Mount. You've got Saiz there, who's only back in the team in the last 2 game weeks, I think it is, because Kilman is injured. I'm not too keen on this team, despite the 11 double game week players. So with the 1.6 in the bank, what I am likely to do, I could just go from Doherty to Diaz, or Laporte, possibly Laporte, start Laporte instead of Saiz, and that's me set. If Leicester are likely to go out in the midweek, or if they are to go out, I will be tempted on doing Barnes to Diaz. I do think Robertson is likely to get rotated this game week, with Trent and Salah being rotated in the last game week. With Robertson likely rotated, I do think that Diaz will start both games. And if he doesn't start both games, he will 100% feature in both games. As you would have seen in the Champions League, the moment he came on, the game changed. The man is so important in the Liverpool attack currently, just based on what he does. His flair, the man is spicy, he's saucy, and he's getting the goals and assists as well. He keeps the ball very well. I love him as a player, and as an FPL asset, I think he could do very well. So, those are my 2 likely scenarios in terms of transfers. Now, looking ahead at the best free hit team, and what will tempt me, let's start with dropping Kane, because I don't know, I don't like the fixture against Liverpool, and the Arsenal fixture is a bit tricky, but these are games that Spurs thrive on. Playing on the counter attack, I'd say Son is a better asset to have this game week than Kane. But on this free hit team, I'm going without any Spurs attack, and that is very, very risky. I'm sticking with man like Pookie, because fixtures against West Ham and Leicester, both teams will be concentrating on the European fixtures. They'll both be knackered coming into the game week, and I can see Pookie scoring a few goals there. Up top, I am going to finish off with Nketiah, who has looked so important in attack for Arsenal. He took 6 shots in the last fixture alone, and he is unlucky to come away with just the 1 point. I want to go triple Man City, okay? So let's just get rid of Coutinho, bring in De Bruyne, and I will go double defense. So Cancelo and Laporte. I'm going Laporte over Diaz because Laporte has just looked more attacking. He's more likely to score your goal from a corner. I like him. So yeah, triple city, Salah, and let's go Barnes to Diaz. Luis Diaz, by the way. And since I'm going to start Nketiah and we need to get rid of 3.4 mil, Mount will be making way for a budget enabler. And we could go for Gordon or Dewsbury Hall. Who's actually cheaper? Let's see. Yeah, Dewsbury Hall is cheaper. So yeah, Dewsbury Hall comes into the team and Nketiah starts. We're going cheap up top, but I genuinely feel like Richarlison is a captaincy shout this game week. He's looked good. In this team, you've got De Bruyne, Salah, and Richarlison, who are all very good captaincy shouts. Yeah, who's left to change? Okay, keeper, I wouldn't stick with Ramsdale. Arsenal haven't looked the greatest in defense. So I will go for the safest Chelsea option in Mendy. And it would be typical FPL, right? If Kepa plays one of these games. But yeah, I'm going for Mendy on this free hit team. And we could drop Doherty 3.5. Oh no, let's go Foster first. Foster to come in just to free up a bit of money, as we won't be playing him. And Doherty out for 3.8. I think Kelly is worth the 3.8. Dewsbury Hall first sub, Shaw second sub, and we're all set. I would actually be quite tempted to captain De Bruyne here, and obviously this will depend on how City go about their Champions League fixture against Real Madrid. De Bruyne could get injured. He could play 120 minutes and, you know, penalty shootout. We don't actually know. Like I said, this video right now is being recorded before the Manchester City fixture tonight. I am recording it Wednesday evening at present. So yeah, this is who I would go for my best free hit team. And that meant that I made 10 transfers. If I'm going to make 10 transfers for what I feel is the ideal free hit team or the best 11, I think that is worth the free hit. I'll take the decision down to the wire. It will go. I'll probably only decide come Friday night after all European fixtures are done, when I can fairly assess whether I feel like Mount, Alonso, and Barnes are going to be rotated. If the Man City triple up is a very good option after the Real Madrid fixture. And based on Klopp's comments about Diaz and Robertson in particular, that will make up my mind for me. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, because the moment I do decide on what I'm doing, when I decide on my final team, I will be posting it here in the comment section of this video, as well as on the communities tab. So if you are subscribed and you have your notifications on, the moment I post my team on YouTube, that will pop up on your homepage. So yeah, I think that's worth doing. I like Nketiah, I like Saka. I didn't actually speak about Saka all that much, but he has 2 goals and 2 assists in the last 3 games. Vital in the Arsenal attack, and if top 4 is still on, which it very much is, Saka has to be in your team. I think not as essential as a Salah or Trent, but Saka is up there. If you're on a wildcard or on free hit, you have to have Saka in your team. If I feel that Diaz, Luis Diaz by the way, is a doubt to feature in 1 or 2 games, and if I feel like Robertson is more likely to play both games, then I will be bringing in Robertson and go for a 4-3-3. Then you could do, let's just do it. Then I would go Robertson in. Right, he will come in here, and Diaz will make way for, how much is in the bank? 4.5. for anyone. Like a Gordon. What is Gordon? 4.4. Yeah, and then we all set. Oh, am I 0.1 short? Well, then Shah will have to make way. Bring in Kelly or whoever. Robo comes in for Gordon. Gordon first sub. Dewsbury Hall second sub. And yeah, both teams are quite spicy. It's the Liverpool triple up. It's whether you go for Robertson or Diaz, in my opinion. And on a free hit, I'm very tempted to go for someone like a Luis Diaz, a differential pick and one that could pay off massively. So yeah, if you didn't already know, I now write FPL articles every single game week. I've added a link in the description of this video. I hope you've enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Make sure you join the Try Smash FPL Mini League, follow me on my socials where I'm active every single day, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content here. I will be back, so do put your notifications on. Good luck and remember to FPL responsibly.